But let's talk about this one question which has been nagging me for the entire day. टिकट्स के कितने सवाल आ चुके हैं आपके पास में अभी तक, और कितनों को प्यार से मना किया है?
नहीं, मैंने सबको मना कर दिया राहुल। मैंने पहले ही क्लियर कर दिया कि इस एक महीने में पत्रकार नहीं हूँ। खासकर अक्टूबर 15 तक तो चला भी नहीं हूँ। 15 के बाद कभी फोन कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। और मैंने पहले ही स्टैट्यूटरी वार्निंग दे दी है, चाहे घर में हो दोस्त हो, कि यार ये गुड, ये अच्छी बात है कि मैच अहमदाबाद में है, लेकिन फिर भी लोगों को लगता है कि बीइंग अ जर्नलिस्ट आपको मतलब होप रहेगा। आज ही मैं एक उबर वाले से बात कर रहा था, वो कह रहा था कि टिकट के प्राइसेस 2,000 के जो है वो 22,000 23,000 में बिक रहे हैं करके। और एज इट गेट क्लोजर आपको पता है कैसे होगा, टिकट मिलनी नहीं है फैंस को, लोग बाहर से आने वाले हैं, होटल बुकड है। मैं कल अपना होटल ट्राई कर रहा था बुक करने के लिए कि क्या शायद चांस मिल जाए। तो मैं आपको बता दूं, 13th नाइट का वो 58,000 रुपीज पर नाइट चार्ज करा, एक छोटे से रूम का। तो इमेजिन क्या मैडनेस होगा। हो द होल वर्ल्ड कप एक ही मैच ऐसा लग रहा है इंडिया पाकिस्तान का ही है, बाकी तो कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा है।
बट या लेट्स नॉट गो एज फार एज दैट. अभी अगर हम जो हमारा सामने अभी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई, द कैप्टन्स प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस व्हिच यू वर पार्ट ऑफ, एंड संदीप, you of course covered the Pakistan Australia warm up match, which sort of gave a picture of that reception, that hospitality Babar Azam was talking about today in the press conference. How was that like, watching Pakistan play in India after what, 7 years?
Yeah, I mean, there was always this anticipation and a buzz around Pakistan team. I mean, there are characters like Babar Azam, Shaheen Afridi, Haris Rao. So I mean, the crowd was chirpy as usual. And they were getting behind them. They were chanting Babar's name. They were all behind in hushed silence when Afridi was bowling. I mean, there was you could feel the warmth. You could get the warmth. You could see fans genuinely enjoying this Pakistan team. And obviously, I mean, Hyderabad is a city that that very friendly kind of a city. They take a lot of pride in their hospitality and giving Hyderabadi biryanis to every guest of theirs. I mean, which Babar Azam also answered. Like he must have been asked this question 1,000 times. Yeah, I mean, uh, that's it. Like, I mean, it's been so far. It's been pretty warm out here in Hyderabad.
देवेन भाई 100 दफा जवाब दे चुके हैं उस बात का, वो तो उस विषय पे तो बात नहीं करते हैं. लेट्स गो बैक टू व्हाट द अदर स्किपर्स वर टॉकिंग अबाउट. जॉस बटलर ऑफ कोर्स इज गोइंग टू फीचर tomorrow. Kane Williamson won't for New Zealand. That much is very much clear. But this game, the anticipation around this match, body language captains की थोड़ी बहुत ऐसी लग रही थी, because a lot of teams have played a lot of games going into the World Cup, bilaterals and then the warm-up matches, but there is that sort of excitement when it comes to this particular fixture, right? The host is not playing in the first match of the World Cup, but this game is big enough to start the tournament.
Yeah, and Josh Butler made it very clear that he said that we are all on the same boat. They'll start fresh. Not to forget that Kane Williamson will be coming after 6 months of injury layoff. So the basic crux of the entire press conference was that all the team, all the captain want to start fresh. They want to take as the game come. So a lot of other factors will count in. Of course, the weather will be there. South have witnessed like city like Chennai, Bangalore might witness some rains. So all things will count. It's a long tournament, Rahul. It's I think after 40 days. So the teams are not hurrying up. Teams will take time to settle down, and more or less all like New Zealand, England, barring Pakistan, all key players play in IPL. So the conditions are similar for them. And I mean, there's nothing new. That the whole thing that okay, the conditions will be different. All those, it's gone. It's over now. The chapter is completely different. So going ahead, teams are going to take as it comes and not hurrying up.
Yeah. And I was like, when Temba Bavuma said in the press conference, na, ki wo jo advantage of playing in India, that's for every team. I was hoping that Babar Azam would quietly say, not us, but he didn't. Lekin fir bhi, he said the conditions aren't going to be much different than what they are in Pakistan and the Asian conditions, more or less. But Sandeep, I want to get to you on this matter. Pakistan as a unit, they were seen and they are still seen as one of the contenders, but that Asia Cup sort of put everyone in doubt. There's that old saying, which Pakistan shows up, you never know, especially when it comes to the World Cup. But do you think this Pakistan can, after 1992, end that big wait?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely can. I mean, don't redo that result too much. I think it was more of an aberration than a solid sign of the decline or something. I mean, there's still a top side, even without Naseem Shah. I mean, in these conditions, you can never count Pakistan out. And they have, when you look at X factors, they have a lot of X factors. Right? Like, I mean, they have Naseem Shah, and they have Shaheen Shah, Afridi, Haris Rauf, and all those guys who can click 150 Ks, 155 Ks upwards, and quality batsmen. The Babar Azam, and I'm particularly impressed with Abdullah Shafiq if he plays. I mean, he's a beautiful batsman. I mean, and there's a lot of experience also in this team. I mean, there's a calmness about this team. That I mean, some Pakistan teams, you can feel how much of a talented they are. You can sense that this kind of edginess or a caginess, but this is not that kind of a Pakistan team. Seems looks very assured, looks pretty sorted in every way.
Yeah, and do very well when they're doubted. We saw that at the T20 World Cup last year.
Absolutely,
But yeah,
absolutely.
will be interesting to see how they perform here. Devin Bhai, back to you. You, of course, and Sri Ram Veera Bhai, who is somewhere in the vicinity of that camera, but this is not a 360-degree camera, so you won't get that view. Maybe some other day. But you spoke to the Indian skipper Rohit Sharma. And, there was this long chat about trying to find out the answer to the question that is who is Rohit Sharma, and all the pivotal points in his journey that have brought him to this World Cup as a captain. How assured, how calm does he look at this moment? Because the pressure is insane right now on that team, on the skipper.
Yeah, I mean, see, Rahul, they are used to such kind of pressure. Of course, they also know they're playing in India. So Rohit actually told us also and told today in press conference, and wherever they are going, people are asking about the World Cup. Like the security guard, the security checkpoint at the airport, the security guy asking, "Sir, World Cup leke aana hai." So such things keep on happening. The team is trying to keep away from distraction. Anyway, Rohit doesn't use social media. He's away from it for 9 months. Young boys are. But the senior guy like Virat Kohli, Rohit, Bumrah, so they're trying to keep the situation calm in the dressing room. They know what is at stake going ahead, because everybody wants India to win, and it's happening at home after 12 years. And Rohit, of course, somewhere will be desperate that he missed out the World Cup in 2011, and now there's a chance to redeem it. So probably he will somewhere try and hope that everybody is fit, because finger crossed, because this team is a good team. There's no doubt about it. But fitness could be here and there concern. But let's hope for the best for the boys.
काम तो है वो उनकी जो आज लाइन थी ये घोषित करना वगैरह ये सब मेरा था ये another one liner that we got from Rohit Sharma.
Typical Rohit press conference.
But Josh Butler looked absolutely, he wanted to know what was happening, what was being talked about at that point. But I was kind of hoping Babar Azam told him afterwards. But yeah,
probably must have told Josh Butler that they didn't ask you biryani question, or probably what biryani you will be getting in Hyderabad.
That is going to be another derby, so to say, when it comes to this World Cup. Lucknow, Kolkata, and Hyderabad, all of them featuring. You can only sort of anticipate what the talks are going to be. But let me ask you to this. Of course, we're going to conversate a lot more in this World Cup. But as of now, week 1, which of the games you're covering that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I will be probably tomorrow game. On both the teams will be on a high intensity. And see, in terms of New Zealand are like, I term it as not a multi-star kind of film, but it will produce a good game. They are very competitive side, and they don't have any big names, big stars. The worldwide, of course, Kane Williamson is there, but in terms of star, like England has, or probably Australia has, but New Zealand doesn't have. But they have people, horses for courses, and I'm really hopeful that somewhere down the line they will go ahead long in the tournament. They're a very good side, and we expect good match tomorrow.
Yeah. Sandip?
Australia versus India, man. That's a match I am keenly looking forward to.
Yeah.
Chepo
crowd.
No, whenever Chennai has hosted Australia, India will beat a test match and an ODI. I mean, it's always been very competitive, it's given us a lot of memories from Tendulkar's 100 to the tight test. I mean, Tendulkar's 200s actually, one in 90s, 98 and one in 2001. So, Chepauk and Chennai and 1987, there was a tight test and there was a match India lost by a run. That again was a World Cup opener. So, it's always, it always gives us a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Let's finish on this note. Obviously, we all heard Nasser Hussain answer it in the most simplistic terms when he was asked, what is it that you are looking forward to in this World Cup? He just said that it's India. And, there's always that talk about, India hosting World Cups. You, of course, both of you have been there, the 2016 World Cup, which was the last World Cup that was hosted in India. But, since then and now, the big nagging question has been ODI format and its existence. People have been talking about the bilaterals being removed and then just the World Cup staying. How important and how crucial from that standpoint this tournament is going to be?
Rahul, I feel, India matches, we will see full house. There's no doubt about it. But a lot will be, in terms of when small team plays. For example, I think board will plan out some of the other things, like probably if you there have been reports that 40,000 women will be turning up at the local party organize a 40,000 women to watch the next Indian New Zealand versus England match game for free. So there are many associations who are planning that to invite school kids to watch the games. But are we ready? I mean, is common man ready to sit for 9 hours in the stadium? And looking at the stadium facilities we have at the moment, I have my doubts going ahead, because people are getting used to 3 hours cricket. They want to enjoy their evening and then hang around. So it will be a big challenge going ahead for 50 overs to survive. Somewhere down the line, this will actually decide whether, because India will decide. India always decides what's next in the pipeline. But somewhere this World Cup will get to know that whether 50 overs World Cup ODI cricket will survive or not.
Sandip?
I think if there are more quadrangular series and triangular series, I mean, possibly they could inject a lot of excitement. I mean, for example, the tri series between India, Australia, and Pakistan, or any other team. I mean, that kind of thought needs to be back again, like how to revive ODI cricket. I mean, sure, 2027 also there will be ODI. There will be the ODI World Cup, because the rights are already being sorted out, and to 2031 as well. I mean, people are saying, but so the longevity is definitely an issue. But it's not just about the longevity; it's about the eyeballs. And for that, I mean, they need to rethink how to restructure maybe the format. Retool this format. I mean, some thought needs to go into it. And on that note, like, I mean, if this World Cup indeed becomes a pretty successful one, I mean, I'm sure that will be shot in the arm for this format.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people demanding tickets, but the question, of course, is whether they are ready to watch the entirety of those games happen. We will find out soon. Thank you so much, gents, for joining us. Thank you so much to our audience for joining us. This is, of course, just our curtain raiser. Lots more coming from the Indian Express. You can stay tuned to our YouTube channel, our social media handles. And there is something Devendra Bhai wants to update you with. Yeah.
See, Rahul Pandey, Pratyush, and everybody in the Indian Express newsroom has tried to bring a small YouTube video on the expressway. It's basically those who are coming outside India and want to explore the city. We have a very small, video which we have tried from our side. We guys are print guys, but we are trying to reunite ourselves and slowly coming to social media stuff. So please have a look at it. Rahul will put that in the description box for you guys.
Definitely. And even by just being Mr. Humble here. So let's just end it before I am all red. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. And well, happy cricket viewing from tomorrow.